Yep, getting into the micro fuses. So you got your main fuse right here where the ignition all goes down. The other side of the carburetor here. Right there. See the fuse right in there? There's a 20 amp fuse. Well, that's actually the spare. It's always good to have at least a couple of those because you might pop them trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. That's your main fuse. And then you have these three little fuses, and they make a cable with a harness so you can move this because it's sort of a bitch, and it's a spare, your fan, and your lamps, so your lights. And I converted all these lights over to 12 volt because those old incandescents were pulling a ridiculous amount of wattage. I couldn't believe it. So everything's LED on this bike. Everything. Headlights, taillights, blinkers, you fucking name it. Except for the fucking bright light in the clutch because it was so bright off the dash it would fucking blind me at night. And here's what I call the rat's nest. This is on top of the battery. Believe it or not, there's a battery in there. These are all the accessories I have plugged in on this bike, and I've got to, I think, come up with a way to get these all on a panel of some sort. They're all fused, so they will pop instead of fucking with the harness. Now, your harness, you gotta always start with those, right? So I had it buried deep, and of course, it's way down in there. So you got a couple of them. There's the 7.5 amp fuse for what's coming out of the harness. That runs everything. Then you have another one that is, what's that? That's my fog lights. This is my lower dash. This is the auxiliary plug. What's this one? This is auxiliary plug. The auxiliary, oh, okay. And then, so what's this one? Lower dash. That gives me all my power ports up front. What is this one? That's okay. And then way deep. Wait a minute. We got fog. Oh yeah, fog. Yeah, fog lamp right there. And then over here, what's this guy? This is coming out of the main, so this is another, probably lights or something like that. So these are the two that we're concerned about, is, because the accessories I can always test. So these are wired hot. Boom, that's my fog up front. So you can see those. Wired hot. Fun with electrical. Seeing my voltage should be, why is this? Oh, it's not on. So right now my voltage is at 12.3, so my battery's holding charge. That's what I like about this lower. This didn't come with any stock KLR. This is an add-on called the lower. And this, I have my fog lamps that I plug in. You always have electrical shit you got to plug in, but it's got a voltmeter. And then when I replace this to a manual switch, I'm going to mount it either up here. I might mount it on my upper dash, because I got this as well to mount more shit, because you start racking up, here's my heaters for my fucking grips. You got your mirrors, and then I usually have a camera mount of some sort, and then you've got a phone mount, so you got to come up with ways to, people do different shit off their bars. I don't like too much shit on my bars, but look, I got all kinds of shit on my fucking bar. Okay, and I gotta figure this shit out. I'm just gonna replace this fucking motor and run it on a switch. So it'll kick on, but at 190, 195, but I'll also have the ability to fucking just keep her running.